Hiya, Wendy here from Lolly Dolly Crafts. I've got a couple of makes to show you, and also a haul from a couple of different places. So first of all, the bottle I made the other day I absolutely loved, and I got, sorry if I just go and get the bottle again, I got the bottle, this bottle I got from the range. I paid, I think this was £2, this bottle. I loved it so much that I bought another one. And then I was going around, we've got quite a few charity shops in our town. Unfortunately, their prices are like they're selling non-second hand items. They're priced at, you know, pretty much what they are in, I don't know, the range, or so you really have to have a good mooch. And but I did find this bottle, and it with the same lid, and this one was only 75p. So I was really pleased, because they had one similar in Wilkinson's that was £2.50, I think. And I don't care what, I mean, there's nothing on the, but I can sort the, you know, the bottle out. But I did like the shape. It's like the old-fashioned milk bottle, you know, the pasteurised. I remember when I was a kid, my nan used to buy pasteurised milk, and it used to be in big bottles like this. I couldn't stand the stuff. It used to make you throw up. I don't like milk anyway. I have black coffee. I don't drink milk. I couldn't drink milk in a glass. It'd have to be frozen, so I couldn't taste it. I'll eat yogurts and cheese and stuff like that, but I just can't physically drink milk. And to make it worse, my nan used to buy this pasteurised stuff that tasted like pouring cream on your breakfast cereal. And you can guarantee, if I sort of like, obviously that was all they had, so if I had cereal there, you can guarantee it never stayed down long enough for me to get home because I'd be sick. So anyway, but that's just what, well, it's not what the bottle doesn't remind me of being sick, but it reminds me of the bottle that my nan used to get all this milk. Anyway, going on. I also picked up this little, this cost me 99p. I mean, it's nothing, you know, but I thought it's quite a solid little chest for 99p that I could alter and just, you know, so I picked that up. I also picked up today, and I got these from, we have, it's like a discount shop in our town, and again, it's hit and miss going in to get them, and I've seen Bonnie, which is Sassy Scrappers, she did an altered bird cage using a small one, and I haven't been able to get them, and I didn't find this one in this shop, but unfortunately they were shocking pink, shocking blue, or shocking yellow, and so I thought, well, maybe the blue, I mean, we're talking cerise pink, really bright pink. If it was a pastel pink, then I wouldn't be so bad, but these were like really, and they look like they're, and all it is the bottom comes off. I think they're a bit smaller than the one Bonnie did, but you know, I'm going to try altering it anyway. Fiona, one of these I've put in your swap, honey, alright, which you'll get by the end of this week. I know it's the Friday tomorrow, you won't get it by Friday, you might get it by Saturday. So I put one of these for you to have a go at altering. In fact, you could put like a fairy catch. You could put a fairy in there. It'd be quite nice. That's another thing I looked for in town today. Some like little fairy images, not to do like one of Fiona does, which is Jen in 644, the little fairy catchers. But there was nowhere that did anything, or even small butterflies or anything like that. So, but anyway, I'm sure I can figure something out. So I bought 3 of those, and one of them's gone in Fiona's swap box. So the other thing I bought, I'm on the design team from, in fact I'll show you those in a minute, and I'll finish off my charity shop haul first. Sorry about that. Let's just move that over there. Right, okay. So going around the charity shops, I picked up this this picture frame. The picture frames, the colour's horrible. It looks, I'm sure it's supposed to be that colour, but it looks like it's been in someone's house who's smoked for 50 years, because it's like it's not even like a cream, it's like a horrible smoky, icky colour. So, but I thought, you know, if I could paint that without a problem. And these are all the flowers are all obviously china, porcelain, and so is the bow. So I could do something with this. It's not like I can't do anything with him. So I will. I shall have a go at that. So that's another project. I was chatting to Bonnie by email the other day, and she was saying about how many projects that she's got to do. So that's just another one going on my list. Yeah, the other really good find that I got today, which I was really pleased about, was they had in the charity shop, they had like a dress form. It wasn't a big one, but it was one of the cream wired ones. I don't know, it wasn't very big, and but in the charity shop they wanted £5 for it. Now, I mean, I don't know. I would probably pay, if I was in the range or something, I would probably pay £5 or even £5.99 for it, but in a second-hand shop, not because I begrudge giving charity, you know, sort of money. It's not that. It's just that we all have to watch our pennies nowadays. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if I can, you know, save a bit here and there, it doesn't make any difference where I bought it from, then, you know, that's what I'll do. It's no, you know, offence to charities or anything like that. But I don't know. I'm getting a little bit fed up, and I want those charities to start beginning in our country, to be fair. But anyway, that's another story. Right, so what I did was I actually bought, I went into the shop next door, and they had this really humongous, well, it's not humongous, but it's double the size of the one that was in the other shop, and I was so glad I didn't buy the other one. And I managed to find this one, which is it's really big, and this one cost me £3.99, and it's brand new, and it was £3.99, and it's got like gems in it, like there. So I was so pleased, and it's got like a gem at the top as well. So as far as sort of like, I mean, I can alter it, and I'm going to alter it up, but I'm not going to change it up too much, because I might just add some lace in it, because I don't want to take all these gems out, because there's not, if there was one missing or a couple missing, then maybe I would, but there isn't any missing, so it would be shamed to take these gems out. So I was really pleased with that. I'm so glad I didn't buy the one that was in next door, because I would have kicked myself. The other thing I got in the range today was they had these little pots. They look like a pair of glass boobs, don't they? But these were 59p, and I bought 2 of them. And the reason why I got them was basically I thought they were brilliant for putting acrylic paint in if you wanted to do. I've been using like the lids of, yeah, look, here's a plastic Millicano lid, which is fine. It's, you know, I mean, it's trash, but I don't need it. Or even a Pringles, just a, you know, lid. So, but I just thought for 59p, you know what I mean? I thought, well, and they'll wash out. I bought 2 of those, and I bought some new paintbrushes, some camel hair paintbrushes, which I needed. So that was my in-town shop today. I also did had some online. Sorry, I'm on to get up to go and get it, because I did an online shop. Sorry. Sorry, my door's just opened and it's freezing, so I just want to lock it. So I lock myself in here, you see. It doesn't make any difference, because they still come and knock on my door when I'm filming. But anyway, hey ho, it's actually freezing outside at the moment. Right, so I did an online shop as well, as I do, and I'm on the design team for it ships all over, but it's called Natalie and Amys shop, and they also run a challenge blog once a month where you're going to win a fantastic prize for entering entering a project once a month. I mean, you know, I think, although I say sometimes, you know what I mean, you can make a project that would fit the theme. So I got some new Tim Holtz feet from there, and I also got a new Don and Daisy stamp, which is so cute. And that one's called, it's not called anything except for Don and Daisy. I got these woodware craft magic. It's woodware. It's a UK stamp store, and these are all stamps of cogs, and I thought that'd be really good to maybe use with some UT stamp with some gold ink, and then stamp it into the hot UT, and then the gold would then transfer into the indents of where these cogs are. So I thought that would be really good. I also bought the Tim Holtz configuration box. Now this is the smaller one. I can't remember what size it is. Where's my ruler? Because I've taken the wrapper off and I don't know where my ruler is. But anyway, it's the smaller one. And I also got, I didn't get this from Natalie and Amys shop. In fact, I shall leave that one for a minute. What I got also from Natalie and Amys shop is some of these masks, and they're by Creative Expressions, and they're masks. So this one's like, it's all gears and cogs. This one is a film strip mask. This one came in my design team kit. It's like a castle, sort of like or even tassel. Actually, yeah, you could use it either way. Yeah, tassel border. And then I also bought this chicken wire one, and this key one, which I thought was really cool. I've got one similar to this, but it's like it's the this is the negative, I think, to the other one I've got. Whereas, so obviously the paste would go into these spaces here, but not where the keys are. Whereas the other one I've got, it's the keys that the paste would go into, if that makes sense. And also Amy put in there for me just to sample was some die cuts of the Marianne Designs die cuts. Look at that, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? It's paper. Obviously it's a die cut, but it's a key. It's so cute. And then there was this one, which is again, it looks a bit like a trellis, but it's a. And also, I've already got this border die, but it does. If you see, it absolutely cuts up beautifully. And then look at that one, isn't that lovely? And then she sent me that one as well, and a couple of tulips or daffodils. Tulips. Nope, they're tulips. They're not daffodils. God's sake, don't even look nothing like a daffodil. Tulips. So I can. It's a good idea sometimes, because sometimes I'll buy a die, or I'll see a die and I think, oh no, I'm not going to get it. Whereas if you see it actually cut out, you think, oh yeah, that looks lovely. It looks even better when it's cut out. So you know, you think, oh yeah, I must go and buy that. Well, that's what I do anyway. So I thought it was a really good idea. So anyway, so those were the ones that I got from Creative Expressions, and these are sold by Natalie and Amy on their online shop. So that was my online from them. I also bought one of the new, and I ordered this weeks ago. It's a die, but it's of a shoe, like a real fancy shoe. And this is from the designer Stephanie Whiteman. She's on Create and Craft. Did a short, well, in fact, she started on QVC, went to Create and Craft. Something, whatever happened, and then she went back to QVC. Something happened there, and she went back to Create and Craft. But she's also got her own online shop, and also her own line of My Craft Studio DVDs. But they've just brought out a new set of dies, and they are stunning. It's not a big die, and it cost me about, I know, it was about, plus posting, it was £12 just for this one die, which is quite expensive. And I think they were doing a deal on QVC, which was a pick of a day, and you got 4 of the dies, not this one, for was it £90 or something for 4 dies. Oh, it was just like, it might have been a pick of the day, but oh dear. So I basically, 8 weeks ago, I'd ordered mine before it was even released on the Crate and Craft. I bought this one, although I did have to wait a while for it because they've run out of stock again as well now. But I did like the actual, you know, the little the shoe. I've got this thing about shoes and decorated shoes, but it's got like butterflies and swirls and that on it, and it's called Tattered Lace Dies, designed by Stephanie Whiteman. So and it's a UK shop, but they do ship. So that was the other thing I got was I bought this. Oh, look at this, isn't it lovely? It's the Tim Holtz configuration book, and I bought this off a Facebook group called Crafty Sellers. And I've been meaning for yonks and yonks and yonks and yonks to do a configuration box. So I've got this one, and then I've obviously got the small one to do. I might start with the small one because there's actually quite a lot in here. But then I don't have to use the configuration they've got here. Because I've been trying to save some bits to put in, you know, like small things. And I don't have to use those. I can, you know, use a big piece and, you know, just sort of do something around. And because no matter what way you do this, however way you arrange them, I was told, which I don't think is the truth, no it's not, they're supposed to fit. Anyway, alright, okay, it does if you, right, okay, so yeah, you don't have to use all the boxes, you can use them on something else, but yeah, so that's another to-do project. So I have been working all this week on my fabric book, and it is nearly finished. I can't believe how huge it is. It's an 8x8 book, which is now sort of like extended. Now I've got everything in it to about a blooming 10x10 because it's got so much. It is big. It's big. I would say it's. Do you know what I mean? It is big. I don't think I would work on an 8x8 one again. I would probably just stick to a 6x6 because it's taken me forever. And not only that, it's cost me a fortune to get the lace and doilies and things like that in order to fill the pages on this without them looking bare, because obviously it's an 8x8, which doesn't really sound too big, but when you're sort of like, you've got an 8x8 square, that's a big area to fill. So yes, so I love it, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's stunning, and I can't wait till it's finished. But I can't wait for it to be finished because I am sort of like holding off on doing other stuff because I'm working on that. The last little thing I wanted to show you was a couple of weeks ago I saw on now I'm really sorry, and I can't remember whose YouTube channel it was, but before I will at the bottom of my this video I shall put the link to the video that I saw these on. But I saw a lady. I do struggle to store my ribbons, and I was watching somebody's YouTube video, and they have these. Now, these are actually French bobbins, and they are really hard to get hold of. I know she got 25 bobbins and she paid $20, and that included the postage for the 25 bobbins that she got. So that's a really good deal. I got, what did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 bobbins, and these come from an old bobbin mill, like in France, and they have got a few like chips out of them, but I mean they're vintage, so but I managed to get 10, and I paid, including postage, I paid £10. It was £7 for the bobbins and about £3 postage. So I didn't do too bad. I mean, if they'd have had 20 of these, I would have paid, you know, I wouldn't have got, obviously, I'd have been still quite happy to pay if I paid £14 for them and postage and got 20 bobbins. I would have been happy enough. But anyway, I got 10. And the lady that I saw, she painted them and wrapped her lace around them and decorated the top with some sort of like gem. I haven't got anything here that I could you know, the big crystal. Oh, I thought I had one a minute ago. It's the big, you know, the big crystal beads, bling that you can get, the big chunky ones, faceted ones, or even, you know, some sort of other decoration you can put on the top there. So this is my plan, and she painted hers, and I'm going to paint mine, and I'm going to put some lace. I mean, nowhere near is this going to cover the amount of lace that I've got. But I did manage to get, I've got, from last week I got some, because I've also got a rack of ribbon that I need to sort out as well, but I got the pegs to put the ribbon on, so, which I need to get some more of them. So anyway, but yeah, but if you do look for these, I don't know, they might be easier to get in the States, I don't know, but I found them, but when I typed in vintage wooden bobbins, some people were selling 2 of these for like £30. So you really do have to look for them. I mean, these are sort of like chipped and that, but once they're painted, you're not really going to know that, and decorated and whatever. And alright, I know they're vintage and, you know, they're not really worth anything, otherwise a bloke wouldn't have flogged them to me for £7, but other than the fact they're obviously very old, but at least I can sort of like use them and, you know, make them look pretty and wrap lace around them. So yeah, so that's another project that I've got to do. Now, I just wanted to show you, I'm not going to make anything in this video because I'm going to finish off my fabric book hopefully tonight, and then tomorrow I can start. I've got some design team cards to get up on my blog ready for the 1st and the 4th of one's for Sugar Nelly and the other one's for Natalie and Amys challenge. But I just wanted to show you, I got I bought last week some of Fiona's from her Etsy shop, the flower kits that sorry, hang on a minute. Yeah, alright, bye. Sorry, it's just my son telling me he's going. Yeah, I bought from Fiona's Etsy shop some flower kits. I think I bought about 7. 2 of them I've used on my fabric book, and I'm going to show you the other ones, what I've made. I mean, if you've seen Fiona's, seeing the ones I've made are not going to be any. Do you know what I mean? Fiona's ones are it's the kit she sells, but do you know what I mean? And I've just basically it's you know, sort of like a take on what Fiona does. But the kits were absolutely stunning. That the quality of the lace, you know, the ribbon, the eyelet trim was absolutely stunning. And I wish I'd bought more of them, but I'm sure there's only 4. I've only got 4 here. 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I used 3 on my fabric book. I used 2 vintage ones and 1 white one. And these are what I've got. I haven't used on projects yet. I'm going to just zoom in, because they're this. Right, so in the kit, Fiona provides you everything to make this whole flower. So that's this lace here for the dangle, the lace for the rose in the middle, the pin and the gems and the beads for the glass beads, they're not cheapy beads, for the stick pin, the feather. In fact, in actual fact, I think this one came with green feathers, but I wanted it to be more pastel-y looking, so although I will use the green ones, I actually put a white one on this one. Yeah. And also the string beads. Now there was more than enough beads and beads to make, I would say, another 4 or 5 stick pins, although there was only one actual stick pin in there. But if you've got your own stick pins, there was more than enough beads in there to make another 4 or 5 stick pins. the actual lace is the quality of this trim, this eyelet trim, and the colour is absolutely outstanding. It is like so crisp and it's sewed up. And in fact, I sat in bed watching TV making them. So I mean that's just that's just absolutely stunning. Actually, I think I probably could do another feather in the top of there. That one looks a bit lonely. But yeah, so all I did was I just sewed it round in and out with a needle, same way Fiona showed you, and then I just added the flower in the middle, decided where I wanted my bead trim, which either you can have it however way you want it. This one I did with on here. Some of the other ones I did with the bead trim hanging down with the tassels. In my book, fabric book, I did these, but I didn't cut them, so they were sort of like that. But I'll show you that when I see it. But yeah, I absolutely love, and I want more. And then just stuck it with her. So yeah, so that was the green one. This one is the sort of lilac-y coloured one. I mean, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? And again, the stick pin. In actual fact, I'll show you a stick pin I made with some leftover material from the vintage cream eyelet kit that I got. And it's all these flowers, all the feathers, and again all the matching stick pin and the beads all came. And on this one, I put the bead string I hung down, and then also on the bottom, I threaded on the bottom these little bead cap things, the long one on the bottom, and just tied a knot. It just giving it a little another, I don't know, different. That's a Wendy take. So that's that one. This is my I mean, isn't this just totally stunning? So there was a peach lace and 2 different sized eyelet trim, and then a flower, like an organza flower for the middle, with like a matching peach bud in the middle, and the matching peach feathers. And you have to see this in the flesh. And what I've done was here, I had enough for like 2 dangles down, and then what I had left I cut in half and then just tucked up underneath here and just glued it. And then obviously the stick pin again is all to match, and the feathers, and it's just, I love it. It's just absolutely stunning. It is so pretty. And then the last one, this one was the purple one, and again the flower. I used it was the purple, and then you had a piece of white cotton material, and so I used the white cotton on the bottom, and then these were quite big. I don't care, because I think if you're going to put these on a project, these are pretty much going to be the focal point of any project that you do. So it didn't really matter the fact that they're quite big. But if you didn't want them as big as this, you can cut them down and use whatever you don't use. You know, don't chuck it away. As Fiona says, you can make little mini flowers, like filler flowers, with them. And on that note, what I did was this is all from the this is from the vintage kit that I got from Fiona, and I did the eyelet came cut. It wasn't a straight cut, it was shaped like that. I think what you do is when Fiona cuts it, or whoever cuts it, it gets folded over, and then you cut it down like that, and that's what gives it that wave. I think it's a professional way of cutting it. That's how. Anyway, so when I cut the vintage one up, I trimmed off, because it was quite a big piece, and I didn't want it huge because it was going in my fabric book. And so I had, I don't know, about that much left of the top, which was wavy on one side and straight on the bit that I'd cut. And in the kit, you can see on this one, in all the kits that I got, there was these I don't know if you can see, this looks like a little cup and saucer, but it's like a little, it's quite a big bell cap. It's for the bigger beads. So there was some of those in there. So what I did was I used the, oh, sorry, my teeth are not getting in conjunction with my brain and my mouth. So what I did was I gathered the lace, as I would if I was making a flower, put the stick pin in a bead cap, and then stuck the stick pin through the middle of this. And then to make the base of the flower, to make it secure, I added that really big bead cap. And then obviously all of these came from Fiona's kit. All these, it's got glue on it. And I just love it. It's just like the most cutest little stick pin flower I've ever seen. It's, in fact, I've used one of these in my fabric book as well, because I made two of them. But I mean, you could have like scraps of, you know, material that's only has to be about that much wide. It doesn't have to be hugely long, because it's so what you're wanting to do is enough for it to go around the head of a stick pin, which is nothing, you know, but enough obviously to give you a really nice gather. And yeah, I mean, I just love it. Look, that's so cute, and it's on a, and it's just so pretty. So that was another thing I did with the, that just shows you. I mean, that was another thing I did. The stick pin, this one here is it's one of Fiona's, but it wasn't from the kit that the flower kits, but I'd gotten some from her before. So right, okay, let me just move these out of the way, because I've got to put them out of the way. The other thing that Fiona, on some of her videos last week, I think it was, she was on about the arty cakes and how to make them yourself. So I really enjoyed, and she did a couple of videos where she, let me just zoom in for you, she showed you how to make, you know, the dangly chains. What I did was basically, again, I just sat there watching TV in bed, because sometimes it's quite cold in my craft room, so I just sit in bed, and I've got my jewellery box and with all my findings and stuff in, and you know, I'll make, and most of these like dangles, and you know, quite a lot of these beads are from Fiona. This big one here is from the range, and it comes in like a string, but they are quite expensive. It's about, for about, I don't know, it's about £5. But you get you get like a string that long of beads, and they're quite big beads, but they're like coloured ones like this. So I bought a white one and this blue one, and then these crystals I got from an Etsy store, which off the top of my head I can't remember, and they do they do one a bigger size than that, because I think I used the bigger one on my bottle that I showed you how to do last week. But I didn't use the bigger one, I used the smaller one. So what I did was, following Fiona's tutorial, I made, she did them on a long stick pin. What I did was, because this gem here hasn't got a hole all the way through, which proved to be a big problem for me in trying to figure out how to, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if I had this one as the top dangle. Only problem is, if you want to add it to a project, you've got nothing to, there's nothing on top to dangle. I did manage, after some really big searching, managed to get some bell caps that had a little ring on the top of it. Oh, there's horrible glue sticking out of that one. I need to sort that out. Yeah, but I could only get them in gold, and this is all done in silver. So if anybody knows where you can get silver ones, please let me know, because I've looked on eBay, I've looked everywhere trying to find the bead caps with the actual, just the ring on the top. And it's no, I suppose I could make them. I don't know. I'll put too much glue in that one. But that was the very first one I made, and then I just added a load of you know, gems, and I think I only put 5, yeah, I put 5 dangles on this one. And I just added, you know, a variety. There's a, I think there's a mushroom, there's some beads, there's a flower and a heart on there. Although that one does look green, it's actually a turquoisey sort of, same as the, or jadey green that one is. But it, in fact, looking at it in this light, it probably doesn't go, but hey ho. Anyway, so that was the first one. I'm waffling on here, don't know why. So that was the first one I made, and I really loved how it, and I've made a cream one of these to go on the back spine of my fabric book. So I was really pleased with that one. And then I made this one, and this one, what I did with this one, a couple of weeks ago I bought, I think I paid about, I don't know, it was either £1 or £1 for a big chunky bead necklace, and we're talking the beads on there were like humongous. So some of the smaller ones I used and just added them to the bottom of this dangle. These here are some of the bigger beads that were on the necklace, and this is a take on, I added it to the bottom of this gem, but I might even add another one because I was hoping it was going to be a bit closer, so you sort of like it sat on the top. But I might even put some lace there. I don't know. I was playing. I was just playing. So so that was the other one I made, and it's got like it's got a butterfly on it and some beads, and it's like I say, most of these beads I bought from Fiona in kits and whatever anyway. So yeah, so that was that one. I loved how they turned out, that one. And then I also made this one, and this one is the other bead that I got from the range, and these was in cream. This big humongous bead here I got given in a kit when I went to a crafty weekend with at Natalie and Amys. We were given these really big. It's got a hole that goes all the way through the middle, and and it was huge. It's like a spacer bead, but it's like huge. And I'm thinking, oh my god, what am I going to do with that? And it sat there and sat there and sat there. I wish I had more of them now, because they just make absolutely brilliant, like Jenny cakes. And again, I've just there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 6, 7, 8. Right, there's 8 dangles on that one, and I do think it looks nicer with more dangles, but I think I made these ones a little bit too long once I'd added the charms and that too, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I was just playing, and I'm sure it'll go on a project. So yeah, so that was the other one I made, and I love how that one turned out as well. The difficulty I did have is finding bead caps that were long enough to hide the ring, because you need quite a decent size jump ring to fit the chain on, like, you know, the amount of chains that you want to go on there. But obviously if you're using a bigger one, any bell cap you use is it's got to be big enough to cover that. And some of the bell caps I had were big enough, but were more for going over beads, and just basically showed off too much of the jump ring. So yeah, but I'm sure, I mean, I got these ones off of eBay. These ones, they're like really big jumbo the bell caps. And then I had some of the next size down and I just put a little bit less on that one. But these ones are not as silvery as these ones. I also need to get, because I've got gold chain, and I've also got some like vintagey sort of brass chain, but I haven't got any findings or you know, bell caps and that to go to match the chains and the jump rings and that, and also the stick pins. I got some stick pins that I've got a ring on the bottom. You don't have to have those because you could make... I've watched Fiona, and whenever she bends over the top of a stick pin, it comes out beautifully. Whenever I do it, it's always a mess. So I'm going to have to watch some of hers back and see actually how... I think she has the stick pin sticking up that way, bends it over and then bends it back that way. But it doesn't matter how hard I try, I just seem to fluff it up every time. So anyway, they're the 3 dangles that I made 4, but they're the 3. My other one's on my fabric book. So that's basically all I've got at the moment. I've got a project to show you. Oh, let's just put that there so you've got something to look at. Horrible picture frame. But I just need to post it off first, and because it's going to the States and it's for a swap for a lady in the States. We had to make a steampunk. I've got until the end of May to post it off, but I've pretty much finished it now, and I'd rather just get it done out of the way. I still need to do my... I'm supposed to be doing a card swap with Amy, which is Ottoman. I think it's Ottoman. Her name's Amy anyway. You all know who Amy is. So I haven't forgotten Amy. I'm doing a vintage card swap with her. I've actually, I've got the box there. All I've got to do is put the card in and get that sorted and on its way. So, and then I'm pretty much up to date, I think, for the moment. Yes. So, anyway. Thank you very much even for watching my little haul video. And sorry about my rambling and my mumbling and my umming. The more I think about saying I say it even more. But anyway, right, thank you for watching. Bye.